What we're going to do on Brad's car is we are going to install this. Basically, you're going to drill 4 small holes on the crankshaft, and this piece is going to get inserted in there. And as you can see, this, instead of freely spinning, is going to get inserted into here. And this sprocket here is one piece with the rest of the hub to make sure everything is extra secure and it's not going to go anywhere.
So there you have it. While it's open, replacing the coils, the spark plugs. So that's it, guys.
That's not entirely accurate.
This is it. These are the key things. I am at Kies Motorsports, the new Kies Motorsports 2.0, and I am here today, and Brian is gonna keep...
add more power.
We're not doing the turbo intro yet.
Oh, sorry.
Jesus, dude. That is fucking strong.
So what we're going to be doing on Brad's car, so we already talked about the crank hub, sorry to go a little out of order here. So we already talked about that. The other thing, we're going to be doing a Snow Performance Stage 2.5 meth injection kit, and Cary Jordan is going to be doing the custom tune. We have, per Cary's suggestion, we have 2 number 6 nozzles that are going to be running in this FTP J pipe. So you're going to get plenty of methanol in that engine there, and to make sure that we have plenty, we have the BMS stealth tank. So it's going to be pretty much hidden unless you know where to look. And while we're at it, we're going to upgrade it with some exhaust manifolds. And then to finish it off, we're going to add some massive power by adding these new Pure Stage 2 Plus turbos with the redesign. And I think you're the first one to get these, because they're not even released yet.
I'll take it. So there you have it. We are doing everything from building up the car, safety precaution, putting in the crank hub, going to be supplementing the fuel with Snow Performance Meth while it's open, replacing the coils, the spark plugs, and of course, you know, just get a little bit more of a whistle sound from the turbos, because I just, for sound. This is it. I told you some really awesome things were happening, and here you go. I'm leaving my car to Brian. I'm sure it's in good hands. He's gonna take care of it, send me updates along the way, and I'll be back in a couple days to pick it up and see what beast it is. Hey everyone, so I'm now sitting in my car for the first time. Brian is inside real quick, getting some parts to put in my trunk, left over from the spark plugs and the coil injectors. So I'm gonna flash real quick with the first revision from Cary. This is just for 93 octane, just for the turbos. It's not the meth map and it's not the E85 map. So gonna flash that, and then Brian are gonna go for a quick ride.
Dude, I can feel it. Wow, This first test is just kick down right here. Right? Yeah, right's probably smoother. You can even go straight if you want. It's kind of like a farm road. Not really fully sure what's back there, but
if you go back this way, the road's really rough and really bumpy.
So, funny story. When I test drove, I bought this from BMW dealership. So I'm pumped. I'm about to like test drive the first F80. I go to do it. 3/4 of my test drive, we were stuck behind this Amish horse and buggy.
Oh my gosh!
Like,
sometimes it's hard to pass them.
Yeah, and it was just I
can't sometimes.
Are you kidding me? And you know you're going like less than 15 miles an hour.
That's so funny. So that was this car?
Yeah.
You're like, well, it drives slow really good.
That's why you told me like there's some farm roads or something like that.
Yeah, there's no Amish people here though, sorry. You probably hear it a lot more. You have stock intakes. If you do aftermarket intakes, it's so stinking loud.
Yeah, I'm purposely like, trying to feel the lag difference. Yeah. Like over exaggerate that.
Well, when you look at the picture that I sent, you can see the difference in like how much bigger the Pure really is.
Yeah. Than
the factory turbo. I mean, it's significant.
So, is this the first car you've done with the 8-fin Pure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just watch, that cop was up here somewhere.
Right.
I just don't remember. It might have been up just a little bit more.
And like part of me too is like you said, I'm not gonna redline or anything like that, just because you said there's some things breaking in, heating up, and I'm on a revision 1, so I probably overthink about it. I'm always just like, I hate the first revision because I'm like, it's probably just essentially off the shelf type thing from Cary, right? That he probably sends to everyone as the first one.
Yeah, I mean it's just a starting place, so it's kind of like let's take it slow and see how the car reacts, and then let's bump it up a little bit more, and then see how it reacts, and then all right, let's work out some fine details, and then you can turn up the boost. It's not your bike.
Oh yeah. Well, my bike's slower now. 100%. I'm really kind of feeling like the mechanics, like, not that, you know, the crank hub is a major thing to me. Like,
oh yeah. Well, it's heart surgery. It controls your oil flow. It controls your time. It controls everything. That's why it's such a crucial part.
And 100% honestly, like, let me know if the tip is not enough, because I really want to make sure.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm a huge person that should always do something to someone who's ripping your car apart and putting it back together. I'm gonna actually say that in the next video, that it should be tipping your mechanic, because if you pay someone $5 to go 10 miles an hour and park your car at valet, then you should probably pay someone who's gonna rip your car apart and put it back together. There's a lot of trust in that. Yeah, I'm recording it now. Do it. Tip your mechanic. Just got back. I took it easy because part of me was thinking this is the first revision, and you know things are still the things still need to warm up, kind of need to break in. I'm sure that the crank hub is solid and everything like that, but you know, I didn't really slam it, especially with Brian in the car. We mostly just talked about other cars that we got in the past, like WRXs and RSXs. So that was kind of cool. But so time to drive back to my home state, and I will give a recap of how this baby feels. I am so pumped. So here we go. Start the journey. All right, so just got back from Kies. Had to go inside real quick, use the bathroom, get a drink of water, change my shirt. Sweaty. I like to drive with the windows down. But all of the feels. So I drove most of the way, I'd say probably 80-90% of the time in efficient mode. I wasn't trying to like pounce on it, you know, the entire way. I put it in sport a couple different times. I did maybe 3 fourth gear pulls, just kind of feel it. The sound is intoxicating. It sounds so good with the Pures. There's definitely a little bit more noticeable lag under 2,300 RPMs, which is obviously I knew that was going into it. but the sound is so good. Some interesting things just to point out. This is just the first revision of a custom tune, so essentially you could kind of almost think of it as like an off-the-shelf, because it's just something that Cary sent me saying, here, this is your first thing, try. So yeah, it's from Cary, but I have not done a single data log. I just uploaded it in Kies parking lot to get it back home. In 7th gear, in full automatic mode, I gotta give it a lot of pedal travel to get it to jump down to 6. I'm talking like 75%, 80% pedal in for it then to go, okay, you want to go down to 6. So I don't normally drive like that, so I'm not overly worried, but just a really interesting observation. I think what's happening is the car is getting enough boost now to say, hey, and it's accelerating fine. It's accelerating in 7th. So I think that's what's happening, is the car is saying, I'm accelerating enough, just relying off the boost, that I don't think I need to drop down to 6. So anyway, I told that to Brian. He said, you know, don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it because, like I said, I don't drive like that, so I would either be manually shifting or, yeah, and not in efficient mode, just easing into 7th. What I want to do is I want to now, I noticed some burbles were kind of off. I noticed the cold start, I think, appears to be on, so same with the GTS4. So I want to go into this first revision, see what the defaults are, because I'm pretty sure I don't like how the burbles are right now. I'm pretty sure cold start is on, which I don't need because I don't have cats. So I'm going to go through that, and here's something interesting Brian told me about, is when I was uploading that first map in the parking lot. You know, you're in the car and you're getting all sweaty and everything like that, and you're making sure that your phone's flashing. Getting all hot, you know, making sure that the phones connect and everything like that. And Brian's like, yeah, so I just flashed standing outside of the car, which I was like, why haven't I ever thought about that? Just put the seatbelt, click it in, close the door, leave in accessory mode, and flash while you're standing out, so you're not dying of heat exhaustion while you're in the car. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna see what all the settings are for this first revision for the PureTurbo map. So I tell you what, if there's one good thing that's come out of 2020, it's that we can now flash our M-car straight coming out of our phone without having to go to Wi-Fi agent. That is so cool. So happy about that. Anyway, got my Kies Motorsports key fob here, and I'm just gonna toss that in there. I'm gonna click my seatbelt here and get on accessory. Put our window down, just in case things go haywire. Now we're gonna flash. That way I'm not dying out in this heat. My maps. I have all the maps. I have, let's count them now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 things to flash. 7 different things to flash. Anyway, going to my last one, which is my 93 only. Alright, I'm pretty happy with some of these settings. So I'm gonna save changes, save. Alright, seatbelt is on, car is an accessory, windows down just in case. I'm going to go back to that and I'm gonna flash. Let's flash here now. Are you sure? We're about to do some weird things. Let's see how long this takes here. Flash in progress, preparing to write. Please wait. Anyway, while this is happening, I know that this video is going on a little bit longer. We're flying now. Woo! We're cooking. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up. Guys, thank you so much for going on this journey with me. I told you some awesome things were happening. A lot more content is about to happen. We're gonna have to do some data logging. We're gonna be going to meth. We're gonna be dialing in the meth. After that, then we're gonna go with meth with E85. There are a lot more videos coming up. We're gonna get some reaction videos with my friend who does not know about the turbos, with my brother who does not know about the turbos, and going to the track. It's going to be a fun journey. Appreciate you guys. I'm gonna wrap this video up. As soon as this says success, it says success. Thank you guys so much. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, comment if you like the video. If you haven't done so already, subscribe. I will catch you guys next time. Why have I always not flashed outside the car? This was the most genius thing ever. Anyway, catch you guys next time. Out.